Hey, Real Conversations. This is our second season, episode 3. Are you excited? Do I sound excited?
Yeah, you do.
I was in the sunken place for a while now. So,
Aww.
yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
Absolutely not. I'm not letting my business go on this bullshit type of thing.
So why would you tell us that you're in a sunken place?
Because it's a sunken place. I think a lot of people have been there and don't talk about. Huh? Oh, you're about to drink some.
So that's
Bel
what
Air.
that's what a mental illness comes in at, right? Oh my God, that should. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
What? Your sunken place?
I'm not in a sunken place.
You have been? Have you ever been?
I have been in a sunken place.
So let's talk about it.
No, we're gonna talk about yours first.
All right, go ahead. So, only reason I've been in the sunken place is because a lot of things have been, transpiring, right? A lot of crap that I don't like. And I think I voiced some of my opinions on IG, because it's a lot of things that I see that's not a part of the culture. You know?
Like what?
Like, people say they're a part of the culture, but they're really not. They're just, I guess it's like you fabricating the culture. Like, why are you being Larry turns Fugazi, right? Because that's Fugazi, right? Like,
right.
Fugazi is the brand, the thing, right? So, we're going to talk about that Fugazi in a minute, but it's people are being Fugazi. Fugazi is a term that was used by Italians years ago. They still use it, and it's fake. So, people are being fake for the culture. They're not a part of. They're just taken from. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's not just like any particular group or race. It's black people taking from the culture too and taking it and watering it down. You know what I'm saying? So they're using it for their own benefits. So that's why I've been in a sunken place, because it's like, dude, like, you doing all of this shit for what? To manipulate the culture, to make the culture look bad, so it'll stunt everybody else's growth. So I feel like my sunken place goes from people trying to stunt growth. Why are you trying to stunt growth instead of promoting growth, right?
True.
Do you agree?
I do agree.
So what I'm saying is that folks out here, they got this whole agenda to take over some type of setting or podcasting thing, but they doing it for what though? To saturate the culture, ruin the culture for what it is. It's supposed to be a growing network, but it becomes more of a I take or me business, and that's what I don't like, and that's why I've been in a sunken place, and that's why I don't like a lot of people. But like I told my homegirl the other day, I said, it's not that I don't like people because I know them personally. I just don't like what they doing for the culture.
Okay, that's understandable.
So that's where my sunken place comes in. So,
is there anyone in particular?
You like this?
That
I just don't like a lot of people.
Frauds of the culture.
They just manipulate the whole thing. Shout out to them though for ruining the culture for what it is, and you know.
So what can you do to make it better, since they're ruining it? What can you do to keep it alive, to keep it going?
Do what I do best. Entertain and make people laugh and make people cry at the damn time. Like, it's people that just sit here and they sit here, they sit on their platforms, right? And they make jokes of it, right? But, like, they're not getting to the nitty-gritty of it. That's why I like Real Conversations, right? Because Real Conversations is about any and everything. Even though we haven't been on for a while, right? We took a hiatus, right? Hiatus?
Is that a hiatus?
Hiatus. We took a hiatus and to reinvent the culture, to fix the culture. And I think we had a lot of people on in the past who were, you know, for the culture, right? But now you see the elevation of the podcast, people don't understand that we had like certain artists on there, certain people in there who were actually like doing really well, right? And we congratulate them and we happy for them. But then they go on other, you know, platforms and platforms that's not for the culture. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when they on, it's not them that's manipulating the culture. It's the people that's interviewing them manipulating the culture and wanting to be a part of the culture or taken from the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a culture thing, and a lot of these people are out here, manipulating it and being very fugazi, and I'm tired of it. But at the end of the day, what I can do for the culture is be who I am, and that's me. But at the end of the day, it's real conversations. Teak cannot sit in this chair. This chair is too low for Teak. Teak is like 4. Teak is like 4'2". She's like 4'2", right? And I told homegirl in the back, shout out to her because she's from Texas, and I said, yo, she got to get a booster seat because, if we all had booster seats, we'd be much bigger than what we are. But it's not like you being a fraud about who you just couldn't sit. You're like Teak feet is literally dingling. Like
he's annoying.
Like it's a bad.
They're
seat.
not dingling, but
yeah. So tell the people about what's been going on with Teak. And I told her to change her thing to her name to what is it? What I said? Oh, Teak says to live or die.
I don't like that. All right.
But think about it though, like that concept is the best concept for life.
Maybe that can be a topic, but I don't want to say necessarily change my name to that, like my podcast name to that. But Tea with Teak is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for somebody to scroll their ass over there one day.
I will be scrolling.
Yeah.
We could talk about my sunken place for a long time over there too. but no, like I see you had a lot of really good interviews. I do listen and watch this show.
I'm learning from you.
I don't know. We learn from the culture. See, I'm the culture, and people learn from the culture. See that? Everything goes hand in hand. People stop playing because I be knowing what I'm talking about. Shout out to these frauds. But this once when I was like, your podcast is really doing well over there. And we say what they can't, and I think that's dope because it shows that they bringing the coaches together and bringing culture together, and I think that's why you over there at a good spot. What interview? Who you had up there? Who's this guy? I told him to get in the freestyle. I don't know why you didn't get in the freestyle.
I don't.
She don't like people. She don't like guys that freestyle.
I didn't say I don't like guys that freestyle, but I think I want to hear. I don't really want to hear what you probably wrote. Do you
think a lot of people write before they come? Like,
I don't think they're writing before they come. I just think that it's something that's already scripted. Mm-hmm. So once they get there, and they're not expecting me probably to say, "Let me hear freestyle," and it just comes out naturally from they're gonna think of something that they written before. But I think I have heard someone freestyle, and I'm almost certain that it really was off the top of their head.
But I'm saying, like, we had a couple people that freestyle on this, on Real Conversations, right? Real Conversations, Season 2, Episode 3. Just to promote that. So we had a couple people that actually came on and freestyle for us, right? And they did pretty good, right? Like, it was some that was like, all right. But remember, what was the other AE? Remember AE? He was a little weirdo.
Yeah,
I don't even see him up on the gram no more. Maybe somebody probably
something like, nah, I think you should.
I think he should
do something else.
Yeah, I think he should just like stick to working in the postal office. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
behind
think
behind the glass. Get a job at the post
Who knows?
office.
Maybe he's out there making beats or something.
I don't know, or touching people that's had the same body parts he has. Slow queer.
Yeah, did you think that?
Yeah, I always thought he was a freaking queer.
It was weird, but I didn't think he was a
freaking nerd. But who else? We had. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is how I can tell you that. Real Conversations for the Culture. We had
Jay Perez.
We had Jay Perez up there, and he's doing really well. He really is.
And
I listened to his to his track.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. Who else? We had Asia up there. Asia, Kevin had sent me a post. She was at the Breakfast Club. I'm not saying Breakfast Club is not for the culture, but what I'm saying is that.
Well, yeah,
what
I didn't get that.
What
but
saying,
what was the point of the
What I'm saying is
of the post that you sent us?
Well, he was just showing it to us like
no,
to show.
No, it's cool. I just wanted to. I didn't really understand, so and I never commented on it.
So can I ask a question?
In a group chat. So
I think she's really cute, right? I think she's really cute.
Oh, she's very talented and she's doing really well.
And I think I'd do her, but I didn't watch the show.
You could have left the other part out.
No, I'm just saying, like I'm giving people a reason, like for watching the show. You watch the show; it was an amazing work of art that she was able to put together on this reality series. That I think is going to pick up for another season. Brooklyn was it? Brooklyn Hustle in Brooklyn. I'm sorry, Hustle in Brooklyn. Asia, she came up here and she was able to, talk really well, articulate herself really well, and I think she's an amazing person. And I think Kevin just put it out there just that, hey, she was at the Breakfast Club, but then I was going to text Kevin a picture and say, hey, she was on, Real Conversations first. But for the culture, right? But
right.
And then we had was Nims.
Yes,
Nims
yeah.
was up here and he freestyled, and that's what I want to say. His freestyle,
I think his was a real freestyle.
His was a real freestyle. Yeah. His was, and he does that. This is what he does. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't seen, an album or a couple records from him.
Do you really think that that's what he wanted to do? I don't think that that's what he wants.
I think maybe he wants to tap into the fashion thing.
I think that he's more into
his brand.
I really think so.
Fuck your life. That's the name of the brand. Fuck your life is not life is not spelled with an I, spelled with a Y. But I think that's something that he is pursuing is that. But like I said, we had a lot of guests on here. I think we had a couple guys, one guy from the other guy from Harlem. What was his name? What was his name again? Yeah. Shout out to him because you
took him out. What's the name's brother, right? Arrow.
Yeah.
Arrow.
Yeah.
So
that's
Davey's brother.
And you can.
I actually liked him. He was really calm.
But you can tell the two different energies that you get, right?
Right.
Have we ever sat in a room with Davies? No. But we can tell it's two different energies there from the screen to that individual right there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think he kicked the freestyle for Kevin. I think him and Kevin is like best, like what, BFF? That's what they call it, BFF. Text him, say, hey, how you doing? Hey. But he had a album that came out a couple weeks after he interviewed, which was pretty good. I want to know this, like, I'm just saying pretty good. Like I haven't heard like anything great from a lot of people, but that's what I wanted to come to when we get like greatness, like super fucking great. What else?
So who else was here?
There was a lot of fucking people here.
Drew Cash. Shout out to Drew Cash.
Yeah, Drew Cash. He's he's from Jamaica, but he's a rapper.
All I know is he's from Jersey. I don't know.
He's from Jersey, but his background is he's Jamaican.
Jamaican. Oh, okay.
He got a track with who? Got a track with Kev? You know who? Drew Cash.
Wasn't it Davies?
Nah, he got a track with Davies.
He does now, right?
He had a track with Davies, but then he had another track with AL. I forgot his name. You go on his Instagram, you know his name. Go on his Instagram real quick fast, but he has a couple drinks out. He's doing pretty well. But all I'm saying is like Real Conversations is for the culture, and it's not for me to sit here and brag because I'm not on no high horse. I'm still wearing this leather jacket from like eight years ago, but it's still fresh and still clean. But
why didn't y'all real quick? So like she in pain? Why did y'all get like me like some glasses or something?
No, she want to be fancy. We drinking shit.
But you know,
drinking.
I'm really girly.
We drinking Bel Air out of plastic cups. Shout out to Bel Air.
Not even a right cups.
Shout out to Bel Air who didn't provide the Bel Air. Right? They didn't provide it. Like Kevin provided. I'm just saying. What? Why are you laughing? They didn't provide it. Like it wasn't provided.
Did you ask?
I shouldn't have to ask. Did Jesus ask to? Did Jesus ask to do certain things? No, shit just happened.
You can't compare.
I'm just saying, things happen, right? Things happen.
Things do happen.
Things do happen. There you go.
We haven't went live in a while.
Well, I never went live.
Well, I went live.
Go live.
And I only went, and that was the first
time
ever
going
live.
Died.
That's the only time I ever went live is because you had me go live. I never knew nothing about live.
Kevin always goes live.
I never wanted to do live.
I want to do porn live on IG.
Your whole account is gonna be deleted.
Like I want to be
kids go
my shirt off with my belly out.
I don't want to watch that.
And tits on my neck.
I don't know. Well, you already lost 2 viewers, me and Kevin, because we don't want to see that shit.
Well, you don't gotta see it. I want to just say, one thing that this is a culture episode. This is a culture episode, but it's not Cardi B and Offset's child episode, right? Because that's the name of their baby. Why would you name your son or your daughter Culture? It just defeats the purpose.
You know what?
What's up?
It's better than a lot of other names that people name their kids. So,
but I was strolling on IG today, right? And I must say, and I seen something that was kind of cool. Like, hey, that's cool. I seen Taxstone had put a picture up of him and some dudes. They locked down right now, but I think that was pretty cool. I think that was for the coach, and he had said something last night, and it dawned on me. He said, "People don't respect you," or something like that. If you gone or going in jail, like you'll lose a lot of friends. Like if you're gone,
what?
Like pretty much if you're gone or you're in jail, you lose friends.
You lose them either way. I mean,
but see, I haven't been incarcerated, so I wouldn't know, right?
Hi, cousin.
But
Larry. You on this live. You need to be making your way here.
Shout out to Larry.
Real
on his
Conversations.
Way, on his way
We back. I know we haven't been on live in a while, so.
But I feel
Hi, guys.
I feel like every time that you transition in your life, you start getting new people. A new set of people start rolling in.
True.
Right? And if you stay stagnant, the same people are in your life. Or then they start deteriorating, or they start not dying out, but they disappear. And I feel like,
why do you think that is?
Because that's a part of life, though.
Let's see what
that's a part of life. Like I told you, like you live or you die, right? Or you live to be the villain, right? How many people can sit up there and say, "Oh, they rather be the villain, or they rather die"? Pick one.
Well, you have to pick one.
Then I'll be the villain.
But at some point, you have to die.
But I'm saying is that I'd rather lose people than gain extra people. I'd rather just be that person that's just like, all right, well, I'm with this, we here together, but at the end of the day, I know eventually you're just a season. And that's what we keep forgetting. We forget that friends and people are seasons, and our life needs to prosper after them.
That's true.
And I think that's what we mess up at. So if he's saying like, oh, either
AB.
Or you here, you home, and you lose people, or you in jail, you lose people. Mm-hmm. So either way, guess what? You lose people. So that's what I'm saying. Like you still get those two choices. You die or you become the villain. Either way, you're still gonna be what? A bad person.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I don't think you'll be a bad person.
I'd rather be the bad person. Shout out to the bad guys.
Well, you also said you rather be hated than to be loved.
Yeah,
you remember
I said that.
Yeah,
I said that. But you also got to think about that though. You rather be hated than love. When people love you, they expect so much from you. They expect so much from you. They expect love from you. But when you're hated, they don't. What do they expect from you?
I feel like I'm more loved than anything. So you're trying to say I should want to be.
But what I'm saying is that if you more love, then something is wrong. Something's wrong. Think about it. Something is wrong. If you're loved by so many and hated by less, what does that mean? That means something is wrong. Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Kevin, like, he doesn't even care. Like,
but not even Kevin though. Like, you have to you don't want to. Nobody wants to be loved all the time, because then the expectations just come more, right? Like, now you have to prove yourself. Now,
right.
And you have to be more of a hero than the villain. You have to be the hero. You have to save people, save lives. What are you saving lives for?
You save lives every day, though, right?
But it's a job. It's a difference when it's a job. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Prosper. Move on.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just talking mad shit today. I'm my shit.
I know. That's all. He just talking mad shit.
Mad. Fuck these niggas.
Hi, Brian.
I should name all. I should name them all. Like, but even
sure. Go. I want to hear this.
But,
go down the line.
But nah, it's too many people.
I'll encourage the bullshit today.
But what I'm saying, I had put up that. What is it? The real is not. It's the real is not for the culture, right?
Right.
And he had went in the DM and he was just like he had seen.
Same to you and your family.
He had posted something that that I sent, but I'm like, I sent it. All right, you gotta understand, like, that's why I understand Kanye so much, and that's why I can.
Here we go. We back.
That's why I can relate.
This is real conversations.
You know what I'm saying?
We haven't been
in
the studio in a while, so of course we gotta come back.
And there's certain things that I don't like. Like, you sit like when I had sent them the message. Right, and I was like, come on, or let me come on, and for the culture, whatever. And I said they wasn't a part of the culture, and he's like, how you gonna say that? I'm saying it because what you're doing is saturating the culture. So at the end of the day, if you're saturating it, why wouldn't I want to come on there and bomb the shit out of what the hell is going on with the culture on your show? So it's a reason. It's like a plan, a thought out plan. You understand what I'm saying? So like the plan is, and the plan was, and the plan will always be that.
That what?
To come on shows that saturating the culture or watering down the culture and tell them why they doing it and how it's not counterproductive to the people that's trying to do it now. That's why. So
you ready for
like?
Them. That'll be a next interview, right?
They should die.
That should be a next interview, right?
What? Oh, yeah.
Interview somebody.
Yeah, they should come on. I tell them to come on. Let's debate. Let's talk about it.
Shoot, let's hear. Brian got a topic for us.
Go ahead. Talk, Brian.
You don't want to hear about Kanye, like I don't either.
Shout out to Kanye. I understand everything he goes through in life. That sunken place is real. People don't understand. You gain like 15 pounds on a sunken place.
Or you can lose 15 pounds.
Or you can lose
in that sunken place.
Or you can.
But it's all a part of that mental illness. And a lot of people just,
Go ahead, Brian.
Don't understand.
Go ahead, Brian.
What about Christmas gifts? You must have got some shitty Christmas gifts. Why do you want to talk about Christmas gifts?
I don't celebrate Christmas.
We got a Grinch over here. He doesn't celebrate Christmas.
I don't celebrate Christmas because Christmas is about a white man, right, coming down your chimney, right?
That's of us don't have.
Right. That we don't have. Like, first of all, you don't have a chimney, right? You barely got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. So some man is gonna bring you gifts. Like, I feel like.
Oh, look, wait. But this is kind of sort of what we was talking about. He wants to know about Christmas gifts and relationships, or if you're dating. I think what happens is
he want to know if you're dating.
No, that's not what he said. He wants to know about the Christmas.
You always
gifts,
dating.
The Christmas gifts.
She just went on a date yesterday.
You're an asshole. The Christmas gifts when you're in a relationship. So I feel like today and this time, that's a conversation that needs to be taking place prior to like, at least a month or two before Christmas. Because I think if you don't have that conversation with that person you're dating, or, you know, they're not going to probably think about a Christmas gift. Now, if you've been in a relationship with them, to me, that's different. You should be exchanging gifts.
But without, all right,
I really feel like you should be. But if it's not a relationship, then that's a conversation that needs to be taking place, so it can be a mutual. You know, like, listen, are we doing this? You know, for Christmas? It's something that should be All
right, going to that. Right, if you really think about it, like I said before, it should be a
Are you asking for your boy? Well, tell your boy. I want to know. So what's the question, though? Is he in a relationship or is he dating?
What is he doing? Is he dating somebody? Listen, first of all, he needs to get a contract. Everything needs to be contracted, right?
Okay, Mozzie, I got you.
Everything needs to be contracted.
It's no contract.
You should get a contract in your relationship. It's just
not
like
in a relationship.
Yes,
no contract.
If the relationship goes over, yeah, a contract should be drawn out. A contract should be drawn out, thought of, like what to do and what not to do. Because a lot of people, we need contracts. A lot of guys need contracts. Listen, I
don't think y'all need a contract. Y'all just need to.
I have a contract. So
many goddamn people you dealing with or dating, then there's no contract that's needed.
I have a contract. I'm in a contract.
He feels. Wait. He feels what? A gift he gave the amount?
If you dating somebody and she your girlfriend for 2 years, the gift amount should be $200.
Well, I can't really understand this question, but so pretty much what you're trying to say is, he gave her a gift.
How much was the gift?
Well, there's no quantity. He doesn't have the amount, but it was maybe sex. What? I'm confused. You want to read that question? Because Brian, he probably typed too fast.
All right, you asking a lot of questions.
It's a long question, like.
Oh, lingerie gift.
Yeah, but it's like.
I don't think you should give lingerie gifts. I feel like lingerie gifts is absolute. I feel like.
Oh, so he gave her a lingerie gift for Christmas. Oh, I feel like if you're gonna give lingerie to your
don't do that though.
For Christmas, it has to be something else with it, because lingerie is something you should just do at any given time.
You should do it every Friday every other Friday when you get paid.
But it has to go along with something else. It has to go along with something else.
I don't know. I just feel like you buying all
What's
this.
boring, Mozzie?
This lingerie shit. Like you buying this stuff for what?
I mean,
but what I'm saying is that you spending this money on her, right? Fine, granted, that shit
is on sale.
That's your girl.
Just on sale, 40%.
That's what I'm saying. So, any other time you wouldn't get it. You see what I'm saying? Any other time you wouldn't get it, but now you getting it now.
Oh, he being tit for tat. Like, I don't like tit for tat.
I wouldn't buy
because the gift that he gave is not substantial to what. Oh my God.
But it should be equal. It should be equaled out.
You can't do that.
It should be equaled out. Like if I spend $400 on you, I'm expecting you to spend a little more.
That's bullshit.
Oh, what you mean that's bullshit?
Because I didn't. First of all, if I didn't ask for a specific gift and you went out and just spent $400, you can't tell me what to spend. As long as I took my time and I did it out of love. And I took the time to figure out, like, I know my man and this is what he likes, no matter how much that gift was, whether I made it myself or not, or went and bought it, it should be appreciated and it should not be compared to what you spent. Because we're not going to go back and forth tit for tat like, well, I spent $300 on that gift, so you should have spent at least $350. No, that's not what love is. I could have spent $5 on my gift, and it could have meant so much more than what you spent your $200 on.
Halal, why you bringing love into it? Like, love doesn't play a part in the gift buying.
He feeling some kind of way because he want his gift to add up to what he bought.
Listen, I'm not buying you a gift that's more than $300. right? Unless I'm marrying you or I married you already.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Why would I spend that on a girlfriend?
So then, why are you investing that time into her then?
To have sex.
You are an asshole.
I just have sex. I'm having sex with you. That's it. That's it.
Whatever.
You know? But at the end of the day, right?
Whatever.
People,
Sunny.
I'm just saying.
Whatever.
You know, we.
Oh, I said answer it. I didn't.
But
well, because he probably hung up.
we got Larry.
I was trying to tell you to
we got
answer
Larry
the
and
phone 'cause
Sonny
he probably
coming in the
was gonna-
building in
He's
a few
probably
minutes.
outside.
They
Sonny, you gonna get recorded anyway.
Not like that,
they Sonny being creepy on Teak Live.
He's
You know, he licking his
creepy.
lips and and putting chapstick on at the
yeah,
same
he's
time.
real funny. That's my partner, and
But
my partner slash brother. He's real funny, Mozzie. He really is.
These people
His
crazy.
logic of thinking with women in relationships is.
I feel like every
crazy.
relationship should have a drawn out contract, and right. And
Oh
I
my
think,
God.
and honestly, if you really think about
Look at
it,
the other brother over here.
the reason why it will be no disagreements at all because everything is drawn out and written out. Am I right or wrong?
So, Mozzie, you agree with that?
Yeah,
It should be like
a payment plan.
Because that's what you're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
So, Mozzie, you agree with a contract?
Exactly.
My cousin do not agree with that.
Why?
Because he don't agree with that.
He's married.
No, he not married.
But yo, bro, I'm married and I believe
you
in that
don't have
though.
to be
It
married
should
to...
be a contract. That way it's no hired expectation.
Exactly.
It should be like,
I just feel like there should be no expectations,
hanging with
period,
you, I'm gonna
because
give you
even if you're
$30
just
a month.
dating or
Hypothetically,
going
I'm
with
gonna
somebody,
give you $30 a month.
if you know me and you know how I
Yeah.
am, I don't believe,
I
no.
want to do now other shit.
Yeah.
$100 a month. Let me pay, and then when I quit,
Exactly.
I'm not to trick you or lie to you or bullshit you. Listen,
Exactly,
Let me
exactly.
cancel this plan. I found a better deal.
Yeah,
somewhere else.
because guess what? It's always better deals somewhere else.
Exactly.
Whatever.
But what I'm saying is that every relationship should have a contracted agreement which drawn out is.
Nigga, you married. That's what a marriage is.
But I'm saying, yeah,
Right, so that's
like
different.
you get it freaking notarized and everything. You make it like some real shit.
Yeah,
And
that
if
shit
you-
over there.
If you decide to go against this contracted agreement,
I think it's the
then this
bubbles in the
relationship is
belly that's
over.
gotten to his head.
I was ready this way before he cracked up this belly that we had to pay our money for. Shout out to belly that we had to pay $35 for or something like that. But you know, I'm just saying. But back to the culture.
Back to the culture.
Culture is fucked up. I'm gonna save it though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it one soul at a time.
One soul at a time.
One soul, man.
Well,
one
that's
soul,
all you can do.
One soul. But God, guess what? This is what episode 3?
You
Was-
said 3, right?
3, yeah.
You sure it was 3? So what was the first 2? Can you remember? Because we always have this back and forth about
They died.
this is not the 3rd episode. I don't
could
think
be.
so.
Guess what?
I don't think it's the 3rd episode.
Nah. Shit's crazy.
It's not.
It's the 3rd episode. Season 2.